Welcome to Old Spice for the running of the Old Spice 200. On the pole for tonight's race, Eli Bryan. To the outside, Josh Crash. Griffin Lynn third, Brandon Butler fourth, and fifth we have Josh Shimito. So another night race here at Old Spice after last night's ARCA race where we saw a few lead changes. A decent race. Let's see how the trucks handle this road course here tonight. 20 laps around Old Spice, 5 laps more than the ARCA race, so it should be a relatively shorter race, as these trucks can do some fast laps here at Old Spice. They come down to the final corner where they will see the restart zone. Well, you're getting ready to go. So here they come, entering the final corner. Eli Bright, Josh Crash on the front row. Griffin Lynn right behind Eli starts third. As here they come, green flag is in the air. We're racing at Old Spice as they come off the final corner. Eli takes the lead and clears. Get such an advantage by starting on the inside there. See, Eli cleared the pack, and Griffin Lynn's actually into second now. Josh Shimito holding fourth as he will clear Brandon Butler behind them. Trey Rainey. Here comes Junior Ramos with the 8. Lafayette Stu Cole makes it 3 wide. Yeah, watch 3 wide here. He's going to get the wall. Oh, Cynthia Bright got the wall harder. She keeps under control. There's Luke Rainier points. They're making it 4 wide. Old Spice. They come into the final hairpin corner. I believe Eli Bright still up front. He is. He leads lap number 1. Griffin Lynn trying to chase him down. Turn number 1 into 2. Then you got turn 3 is the hairpin, which is where we saw most of our passes being made last night in the ARCA Series race. There's turn 3. And off of turn 3 comes turn number 4. And then turn 5, where you see the pit entrance. As the caution has come out. And now they come into turn 6. And then turn 7, the final corners. The caution has come out for Riley Spurleytube, who has some damage to that 18 truck. So there in the final corner, Eli Bright will lead us back to the yellow. And problems for Riley Spurleytube in the 18. Let's see what happened. This happened towards the backpack. Cynthia Bright was kind of falling through the field. See, up high, Brandon Butler Sr. just goes up and turns Cynthia. Nothing the 75 could do there. And then Spurleytube, just an innocent bystander in this. He hits hard. Jeff Samito, nowhere to go. He does a spin cycle. Riley hits that wall hard. Same with Cynthia Bright. Looks like Brandon Butler Sr. will be able to continue on. Same with Jeff Samito. But the 18 and 75 will definitely have some heavy damage there. That was some hard hits. So is Eli Bright, who has back to the line. I doubt they'll come down pit road, so it'll be Eli to lead us back to the green flag. Lights are on the pace truck. We will go back green on lap number 5. No trucks ever retired from the race, but there is going to be one. As Eli Bright with the race lead. Griffin Lynn second. Josh Crash set to restart third. He is blown up, so he gives third Josh Shimito. Fourth will be Brandon Butler, and fifth Trey Rainey. In 6th we have Derek Bouchard. 7th is Paul Minnick. 8th is John West. 9th is Junior Ramos, and 10th we have Levi Shones. Left Stu Cole's 11th, 12th Kevin Bandon, 13th is Dan Bandon, 14th is Stuart Gratton, 15th Jim Gambit, 16th Evan Rudd, 17th is Jake West, 18th Tyler Lyman, 19th Luke Rainey, your points leader, and 20th we have Jacob Morgan. So that's a really tough break for Josh Crash there. He was up front, he started up front, he got up to 3rd. He was having a decent night and in a good position for the restart. Now he's going to be in pit road and out of this race early on lap number 4 as we are about to start lap number 5 here. So first caution, Eli Bright out front. It comes green flag back in the air. We're back racing as they are. Oh my gosh, they are getting racy back here with these restarts. View from the bridge. Griffin Lynn actually stayed right with Eli this time. Lynn is on the back bumper of that 31, not letting him get away. The battles for 3rd. Josh Shimito, Brandon Butler. Butler trying to take it. Griffin Lynn on the back bumper of Eli into the first hairpin of the lap. Ooh, the 30 truck way out wide. That's going to hurt him. Brandon Butler trying to move to 3rd. Josh Shimito not letting him have it quite yet. Shimito, though, gets to the wall. Out wide. Lucky he didn't hit that pit barrel. Now a few trucks will gain position from that. Trey Rainey and Derek Bouchard are the ones They're into the final corner. Josh crashed gearbox issues. That's why he's out of this race. 15 laps to go. Eli Bright's out front. Oof. Looks like Levi Jones got really loose coming off the final corner. Might have been some wheel spin there. So hairpins do that too. So we'll actually go back there. So it looks like Levi Jones, Dan Bannon possibly in a battle. That's for a top 10 spot. Dan Bannon's moved up to 11th on the restart. Into turn 3 now. Look at Derek Bouchard looking on Trey Rainey. Trey Rainey won earlier this season at Atlanta, and ever since then it's been a smooth ride to the chase for him. We're again down to the chase. Just a few races left before it. Up front, Eli Bright needs this win badly. He won earlier this season at Martinsville. He looked like he was going to be a lock for the chase. However, he's had a terrible few races, and he has dropped down below 25th in the points, and that will not cut it to make the chase. He will need another win now or to get good points to get up there. Right now, this is exactly what he needs to see. Another truck got loose back there. It looks like it was Evan Rudd this time, the 17. This is exactly what Eli Bright needs to be doing right now. Leading laps, 5 bonus points for leading a lap, and they get 5 more for leading the most, so he's trying to hold on and lead the most and possibly even win the race, get a second win this season, and get up into the chase. We look back here, Trey Rainey, 4th. Derek Bouchard trying to get by that 07. It's just not working for him right now. Back there, a little bit farther, John West and Levi Jones in a battle for 8th, excuse me. Jones has moved up a position since we last saw him. Now he's on the back bumper. John West might be looking. Here's he got a good corner. No, he drove it in too hard. He goes up the track. Caution has come out for Alex Stewart. Looks like he has some heavy damage. He was possibly involved in a wreck. Let's see what happened. We'll be going back in this time, lap number 10. There was no real cause for the caution. There was debris on the track. That's why the caution was thrown. As Evan Rudd is out of this race because of a camshaft, so we have 30 trucks left in the race. Some actually came down pit road under that green flag. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. I think they came down, they got some damage after hitting this wall and other walls. Eli Bright out front, Griffin Lynn 2nd, Brad Butler 3rd. In 4th, we have Trey Rainey. In 5th is Derek Bouchard. Paul Meg 6th, Josh Camino 7th. 8th, John West. 9th is Levi Jones. And 10th is Stuart Grant. Yeah, like the 60, the 32, 88, 94, 3, 13, 29, 7, 18. They came down pit road because they got damage. They came down under the green flag. You do not lose a lap here. So they are not going to be a lap down. They will be fine. They're still in the race on the lead lap. So here we go. The green flag back in the air. Eli Bright a little bit higher than he probably would have wanted to be right there. So he takes the green flag. Griffin Lynn staying with him. As if Eli can lead this time by, he will lead the most laps. As he will lead at halfway. He has led ever since the start of this race. He has held on to the lead. Find them some battles. Trey Rainey gets clear of that. Derek Bouchard is there. Look at Griffin Lynn on the back bumper of Eli again. Stays in line this time. He could have a threat down to this next hairpin, the final corner, turn 7. Hallmark and Derek Bouchard side by side back there. Does Bouchard hit the wall? He does. He hits it hard. That will definitely drop him a position or 2. Look at Stuart Gratton jumping into pit road with others. I don't know. Maybe these guys will have to pit or something. It's a little odd. Everyone's jumping into pit road. But up front, Eli Bright will come around, lead at halfway. He has led the most laps officially now. Griffin Lynn kind of fell off. Has any others come down? Yeah, a lot of trucks have actually come down pit road. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if this is some strategy or something, because you don't lose a lap here. They have to get out fast, though, if they don't want to lose a lap. Trey Rainey onto the back bumper of Brand Butler. Butler tries to block him. Trey Rainey gets to the outside in the hairpin. Doesn't have enough of a run. Stay side by side, though. If he did stay side by side, he probably would have had a shot to actually take the race lead. He says he's going to have to fall back into 4th, but the 07 truck looks pretty fast right now. Watch for him to be a contender, possibly. I'm wondering if everyone has left pit road. You see Cynthia Bright. It's going to be close for her. Oh, she hit the wall coming off of pit road. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she has the whole rear bumper taken off. She might lose a lap right here. She have to dig, though. It's going to be close. Eli on the back bumper. Cynthia Bright. That's going to give Eli some dirty air, too. Oh, he got out just a little bit wider than Griffin Lynn. Trey Rainey again onto the back bumper of Brandon Butler. That '07 truck is faster than that '92. He's just looking for a place to move, but that's not going to happen as Paul Minnick moves to the inside past Trey Rainey. Minnick moves up to 4th. Trey Rainey back to 5th. And Eli Bryant's kind of pulled away from Griffin Lynn just a little bit here. See, everyone else is on the track right now. Everyone's okay, but a lot of trucks are actually coming down pit road, and this could really cost some trucks some points. They're trying to make the chase, especially Luke Rainey is up there in the points lead. He doesn't have a win. He needs to hold on to that points lead or win a race before this chase. Paul Minnick has moved around Brandon Butler, so 62 truck fast. He moves up to 3rd, from 5th to 3rd in 1 lap as Eli Bryce trying to pass Cynthia Bright here. Put the 75 1 lap down. That 75 has some damage. Griffin Lynn, though, might gain on this battle because these guys are side by side. Eli just a little bit out wide. Holds on to it. He's going to get by Cynthia in this hairpin. And puts the 75 truck 1 lap down. And a truck in between he and the 30, which is exactly what he wants. He doesn't want the 30 truck to be on his back bumper pressuring him. He would rather have a lap truck right there. So Paul Minnick has been running some pretty fast laps. Coming to 7 laps to go. Paul Minnick is up to 3rd. Here comes Griffin Lynn diving underneath Cynthia Bright, trying to get by that 75 truck. Cynthia might make it a little bit harder for him. She doesn't. And the 30 truck right on by with 7 laps to go. Can he run down Eli Bright? The deficit is a pretty big one. It's 8 tenths, a little bit more than that. So there are 29 trucks on the lead lap. Not many of them are actually within touch. See, they're right now, I believe, like 16 probably within touch of the pack. Paul Minnick down to the back bumper. Cynthia Bright, can he move around that 75 and try and get within range of these leaders? Got held up right there in that corner by that 75. Brandon Butler's down onto the back bumper of Minnick again. We'll approach turn 7 this time. Look at Paul Minnick going to move past Cynthia Bright right here. No, not quite. Cynthia with a pretty good run into the corner. Set 75. No front 2 able to get by, and then Paul Minnick on back can't. Eli Bright still out front. Now Paul Minnick will probably move around Cynthia. Yes, he will. Paul Minnick will get clear of the lap truck. Now he can try and run down the race leaders. It's Griffin Lynn trying to get by Eli Bright. So the same song for these guys. See right here, these guys all kind of went down pit road. They're off the pace, kind of losing touch of the field. See, right now we have 21 within touch. Then you got Riley Spurley, Stuart Gratton, John Gambit. Looks like that is Eric Hayden, Luke Rainey, Laughter Stu Cole, Jeff Samito, and Dan Mann that have lost touch of the pack. 5 laps to go at Old Spice. Eli Bright trying to hold on over Griffin Lynn right there. Trey Rainey trying to move past Brandon Butler. He will move past the lap truck, but will not past the 92. Griffin Lynn is closing down on Eli Bright just a little bit every lap. The gap last time by, a little bit less than 4 tenths. But is it enough for him? Paul Minnick trying to close in on this battle. He's been closing a little bit ever since he got past the 75 trucks. That 62 is obviously fast. Can he get to Eli Bright and Griffin Lynn and pass them? Catching them is one thing, passing them is another. See Griffin really aggressive into that corner. Actually stay a little bit lower than Eli. It's going to gain some ground there to that 31 truck. With 4 laps of racing to go at Old Spice. Things are heating up. Eli's led this whole race. He's led 16 laps, trying to make it 17 this time by, but Griffin Lynn trying to get by the 31. Griffin has a good run, a little bit higher, not what you need to do. Out wide, Paul Minnick's down the back bumper of the 30 truck. So that might be a battle for second behind Eli Bright. Griffin Lynn was closing, now he makes one small mistake. He's going to have to close again, coming to 3 laps to go. And Eli Bright, if you think about it, he might be hoping for a caution, get some laps off. Because coming to 3 laps to go, right there, they hit 3 laps to go. We're still under the green flag. I think if a caution comes out, we will not get this race restarted. So Eli possibly hoping for a yellow right now. That could be his best friend in all of this. Griffin Lynn a little bit lower. He's going to gain on the 31. His last time by, the gap increased up to half a second. But can Griffin Lynn close in? Paul Minnick is also within range now, so we got 3 trucks that can battle for the race win. Might have a battle for 4th right here. Trey Rainey and Brant Butler, nose to tail. Look at that run for that 07 truck. They're still trying to get by that 92. 62 got by the 07, who was trying to get by the 92, and then 62 went right by the 92. Gotta be frustrating for Trey Rainey. Paul Minnick dives underneath Griffin Lynn. 62 truck has been coming with 2 laps to go. It's a little bit over half a second now, but the 62 truck has been faster than the 30 consistently every lap. He's going to move by right there as they are spinning on the front stretch. And that will bring out the caution. So this race will finish 1 lap shorter than it should. The final lap here at Old Spice. Oh, final lap under green anyway. Eli Bright, if he can make it around, he'll just have to coast it 1 lap under the caution. I think he'll be able to. Paul Minnick too far back. If Minnick was a little bit closer, he could try that dive bomb they did last lap going into the final corner, turn 7. But it's not going to be enough. Off. Down the final straightaway. Into turn number 7. Eli Bright has a lead over Paul Minnick. Minnick drives in, trying to do everything he can. It's not going to work. If we have 1 more lap, the outcome could be different. But Eli Bright takes the caution flag. If he could coast around 1 lap, he will win here at Old Spice. It was a blue truck that went around. It might have been the 29. Oh, the 54 probably. Yep, the 54. Jacob Morgan looks like probably went around off the final quarter. He lost some positions there. And that just helped Eli Bright get an easier win here at Old Spice. He will lead all 20 laps. If he can come around 1 more lap under caution, he'll win at Old Spice. It'll be his 2nd win of the season. His first came at Martinsville way back earlier this season. I believe Martinsville was like the 3rd or 4th race of the season. Ever since then, he's been on a down swing. He's below 25th in points. He has a win, but he can't use to get into the chase if he's below 25th in points. And a statement here tonight that he wants to be in the chase. And with this win tonight, it'll catapult him up above 25th in points. And since he will have 2 wins, it'll move him above everyone else. And Eli Bright will be in the chase for now. But we still got some more races left before this chase starts. As Poconos, the cutoff race, is a few races away. So here they come. Into the turn number 6. Eli Bright dominates at Old Spice, leads all 20 laps. Started on pole, never looked back. Griffin Lynn and Paul Minnick challenged him. It wasn't enough, as Eli Bright will reign supreme here tonight. As they come into the final corner, turn 7. And Eli Bright will do it. Into turn 7, he's going to drive past Victory Lane. That's where he's going to be later tonight. As they come out the final corner, Eli Bright will win the Old Spice 200 Old Spice, and that will definitely probably lock himself into the chase with a win. The field crossed the line. Let's see what happened to Jacob Morgan to bring out the caution on the last lap. Racing hard the final corner for what looks like 11th. Derek Bouchard and Jacob Morgan get a little close. The 54 kind of comes up into the 8. Probably thinking the 8 would go a little bit higher. And then they spin down. The 54 is going to hit the inside wall. And when he does, the truck spins around on him. And Jacob Morgan, your Bristol winner, spins out. The caution was called as the field coming by. And that gives Eli Bright an easy victory as he coasted around for the final lap to win the Old Spice 200 Old Spice. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Old Spice 200 Old Spice. There were 3 caution flags for 5 laps, and only 1 driver led this race. That was Eli Bright, who started on pole. He led all 20 laps to win the race. Paul Minnick tried there on the last green flag lap, couldn't get anything done. He ends up 2nd. Griffin Lynn was trying all a race. Paul Minnick passed him late. He ends up 3rd. Brant Butler 4th, and Trey Rainey with a solid 5th. Josh Mito ends up 6th. John West 7th. 8th Tyler Lyman. 9th Levi Shellington. Jim Gambit 10th. So there's shot 20. You see Eli Bright with that 2nd win this season. It's going to help him greatly in the points. I think he's only the 2nd driver to win multiple races this season. The first was Jim Gambit, won multiple. As 30 trucks finished this race, 29 on the lead lap. Some weird pit strategy during the middle of the race. I don't know what that was all about. And we'll be back here at Old Spice tomorrow for the Target Series race. As now let's look at the point standings. Here we go. 3 races left before the chase. 10 races left in the whole season. Brandon Butler Sr. takes the points lead back from Luke Rainey. Junior almost has moved up to second. He's only 6 points back of Brandon Butler Sr., so that's really, really tight. Even Luke Rainey in third, he's only 24 back. Trey Rainey in fourth, he's only 33 back. Fifth, Dan Band's only 56 back. Eric Hines only 68 back in sixth. John Gimmitt only 81 back in seventh. Those 7 right now separated by 81 points to less than 100. Cynthia Bright's 8th, 9th Alex Stewart, and 10th Jeff Bright. So there's your top 20. So right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you got 6 all the way down here. 12th, you got 6, and you got 7, 8. That's 8 winners right now in the top 20. Then we look down, then you got 9th right there with Eli Bright, and then your 10th, Christian Merrick. Hunter Bob has fallen outside the top 25. He cannot use that win. Jacob Morgan needs to get up inside the top 25 to use that. So right now, 12 winners in the top 25. Those would be your 12 winners to move on to the chase. And obviously, the wins, the more points you have, each win 3 bonus points towards the chase. Eli Bright and Jim Gimmitt right now start out the chase with the most points if the chase were to start now. All right, so it's going to be exciting these next 3 races to get into the chase. Next one will be the AA Sports 300 at Orlando. See you guys then.